The second half of the NBA season is officially underway, and the Golden State Warriors are standing at a crossroads. After 41 games, the Warriors sit at 23-19, eighth in the Western Conference. Not terrible, not great, and according to Jimmy Butler, that's exactly the problem. Because if there's one word that has followed this team all season, it's this: mediocre. Yes, the Warriors opened the second half of the season with an impressive 126-113 win over the New York Knicks at Chase Center. It was a strong performance, and on the surface, it looked like a statement. Jimmy Butler led the way with 32 points on efficient shooting. Stephen Curry added 27 points, knocking down 4 threes. Moses Moody dropped 21. Brandon Podziemski came off the bench and nearly played a perfect game, scoring 19 points on 8 of 9 shooting. That's the version of the Warriors fans want to believe in. But even after the win, Stephen Curry made something very clear. The job is far from finished. Curry admitted the team still has a long way to go before reaching the rhythm that carried them deep into the playoffs last season. He talked about chemistry, consistency, and the importance of time together, practices, film sessions, and understanding roles. And that honesty says a lot, because if you zoom out, the Warriors season has been a tale of two teams. At home, they've been strong. 14 wins, only 6 losses at Chase Center. On the road, a completely different story. 8 wins, 13 losses. That split alone explains why Golden State finds itself stuck in the middle of the standings. Too good to collapse, not good enough to dominate. Jimmy Butler hasn't shied away from calling that out. Earlier this season, after another win, Butler delivered a blunt assessment that sent shockwaves through the fan base. He said the Warriors had been mediocre through the first half of the year, and that being average is the worst place to be, because average gives you false hope. You're close enough to believe, but not good enough to trust. And yet something has changed recently. The Warriors have quietly won 10 of their last 14 games. They've started to rediscover their identity: ball movement, defensive intensity, and depth. Statistically, they're scoring 115.5 points per game while allowing 113.2. That doesn't sound elite, but here's the twist. Golden State owns the 6th best defensive rating in the entire league. Defense isn't the issue. Consistency is. One of the biggest differences during this recent surge has been the rotation, especially the second unit. Draymond Green pointed directly to the impact of DeAnthony Melton and Al Horford playing alongside Jimmy Butler. According to Draymond, that group has become a stabilizer. Whether the Warriors are down early, whether the game is close, or whether they already have a lead, that lineup responds. They bring the energy back. They swing momentum. They do the dirty work. That's championship DNA. Steve Kerr echoed that sentiment, explaining that this team is fundamentally different from last year's group. Last season felt like a sprint, especially with Butler only joining late. This year is a marathon, an 82-game grind. And now, for the first time in months, the Warriors are starting to look comfortable running it. One of the biggest surprises has been Brandon Podziemski. The young guard has embraced his role, focusing on effort, quick decisions, and doing whatever the team needs. Whether it's scoring, playmaking, or defending, Podziemski has become a legitimate spark off the bench. Depth like that matters, especially for a team still playing 11 guys meaningful minutes every night. Curry himself emphasized how important that comfort level is. Knowing who you're on the floor with, where your shots are coming from, and which combinations actually work. That's how chemistry forms. That's how trust builds. Still, the reality remains. With 40 games left, the Warriors are 8th in the West. If the season ended today, they'd be in the play-in tournament, not where a team with Stephen Curry and Jimmy Butler wants to be. So the question becomes simple. Is this recent surge the beginning of something real, or just another temporary upswing in an uneven season? The talent is there. The experience is there. The urgency is there. Now the Warriors have to prove that mediocre is no longer part of their identity, because the second half of the season has begun, and there's no more time to hide in the middle. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to like the video, subscribe, and comment below. Are the Warriors finally turning the corner, or are they still stuck in NBA limbo? The next 40 games will tell us everything.